What up, folks? How are we all doing today? So, Jason Renault here. Wanted to give you guys an update. I've been having a lot of fun with my new Ripro. I've had this piece of equipment now for just over 2.5 months, and it's been phenomenal. I've been learning a lot about it, a lot about what I can do with a lot of the clients that I'm working with. It factors into a lot of different sports. A lot of different athletes can use this. It's very universal. It takes the place of a lot of cardio. At the same time, works on skills. Very anaerobic once you get to that point. And I'm just loving working with it, and I love the results I'm getting with a lot of my clients. So, I want to take you guys through a workout today, which is about 5 minutes, which I like to use prior to any of my indoor workouts. Today in SoCal, we're having stormy weathers. So it's one of those few and far between days where I'm inside, and I've already been on my elliptical trainer for about a half an hour, and I want to show you guys what I do in between to kind of spice it up, keep myself active, and keep rocking and rolling to build a sweat. So what we're going to do is a 5-minute workout, and it's basically 5 minutes, 1 minute intervals of how I would do a workout with a client or as I do it myself. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my handy dandy iPad, and we're going to use a stopwatch so that I know exactly where we're at. I'm going to take myself through different aspects of the training regimen. The Ripro, which is a full body machine. So basically it's the only rowing type machine I know of that you have both pressure going forward and backwards. So it works off of 2 pistons, front and back, where you can adjust the tension or the amount of pressure that it's pulling or pushing. So most times when we're working on a rowing machine, you're only getting the pulling, you know, like a rower when you're actually pulling. Then you let it go back and then you pull it. So it's just like rowing a boat. This is a little different. You're almost getting a push up and a pull. So it's both shoulders, chest, triceps, all that stuff in a pushing position, pulling in the back with your lats, center back, and then you're also getting a lot of leg workout because you're up and down. So full body, core is activated, plus you're working on skills. So very similar, you can be very specific on how you train. So I'm going to show you guys how we're going to do this. The first interval we're going to work on today, we're going to do a 1 minute interval of regular rip rows, trying to stay in the right position to show you guys. I like to tell people to keep their head up, butts out, and have their back slightly arched so they can move through the whole range of motion on the Ripro. At the same time, you don't have to go so hard that you're killing yourself. You want to maintain. A lot of times I'll use my heart rate monitor, keep myself in certain zones. You know, you can go for an endurance-based zone, you can go completely anaerobic. It just all depends on the tension you put on the pistons, and at the same time, how hard you want to work. You know, what that day's training regimen is for you. So here we go. I am going to start. There we go. We're on our first minute. We're going to do regular rip row. I'm standing center, right on the axle. I've already adjusted the rip row for my size, and I'm going to rock and roll. So notice, full body, bending the elbows, looking forward, just like I'm riding a bike on a pump track. At the same time, I'm doing micro squats. Up and down, full body, activating the core, keep my shoulders level, push, push, pull, push, all the way up and down. Plus I'm stabilizing because Ripro is an unstable machine, working through the whole thing. Tell you, I'm already getting out of breath, feeling the shoulders, feeling the back, and mostly legs. I tell you, from being on the trainer for a while, I'm already getting tight. You can adjust your toes. They don't have to be exactly straight, but you want to be consistent. And there goes 1 minute. Now we're going to wait, and you can notice I have the handlebars unlocked. You can lock it in. At the same time, you can adjust for your height. For me, I'm right about here. Adjuster knob works great. You can work through 5 people really quick, all different sizes and shapes. So, all right. In about 30 seconds, we got our next exercise. And we're going to do 30 seconds left, 30 seconds right of more of a berm turn. So we're going to activate twisting into the body. So I did the first one, a regular rip rows, just to get myself in the condition, the mindset. Next, I have left leg forward. I'm going to hit a right berm. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds, switch over, and hit the other side. Here we go. So, notice, I'm trying to be smooth. I'm turning. I'm activating. I'm twisting. I'm putting pressure fore and aft from my left to my right foot, transitioning, steep downhill to a berm, steep down to a turn, all the way around, looking around the corner. Boom, we're going to switch it to the other side, and muscle memory comes in. Hopefully I get it. Other side. You're going to notice a lot of us who ride bikes, especially mountain bikes, we have a favorite side of which we turn. Mine is definitely not this side, my left. I'm all about my right turns, which is why I love this. I'm practicing, keeping center of gravity, pushing, pulling, and twisting. Whew! 30 seconds aside, feeling it. Lower back, shoulders are getting tight. Feeling good though. Not too bad. Right now I got 3 in the front, 3 in the back on my tension, and it's pretty good. It goes all the way up to a 9 to a 10, and it gets pretty tough. And that's how you get yourself pretty anaerobic, out of breath. You can sit there, put it on a 2 or 3, and really just roll for time. That's awesome. You can really start to feel it, especially if you're isolating, which is what our next group of exercises is going to be. We'll get another minute. We're going to do 30 seconds of shorts. We're going to do 30 seconds of low, 30 seconds of highs. I'll show you how that works. And this is going to be a little bit higher cadence. On this one, we're going to have feet centered again. And we're going to go lows first with little movement in the lower body, mostly all upper. And here we go. So I'm pushing and pulling, a little higher. Tell you I'm sweating. This is going to burn me up. Trying to stay stable, getting that first range of movement. I'm also in a squatting position, so feeling those quads burn. Getting pretty tight. And we're going to go high with it. I'm going to bring myself back, and now I'm going to pull. I'm pushing, of course, but I'm focusing upper center back, and I'm getting that squeeze. You put a pencil in between the upper shoulder blades, and that's my focus. Almost like doing a pull-up. Vertical, horizontal pull-ups. I don't know. Something like that. Definitely getting out of breath, feeling everything burn, and relaxing. Woo! All right. We got one final exercise to do. I got about 45 more seconds of resting. What we're going to do, I'm going to do a moto style of turning. And I saw the inventor of this product, Lee McCormick. He was doing a slalom style, and I loved it. And I've really been working with it. It really has a phenomenal effect. If you could use a thermal graph and see my body, this exercise probably heats me up the most. So I'm going to show it to you guys. We're going to do it for a full minute. That'll end my 5-minute workout. It's 5 individual minutes with a minute break in between. 10 minutes. Do that prior to any of your working out. You're warming up, and rock and roll. So, okay, I'm centered on my rip roll right now. And basically we're going to create figure eights. Hopefully I get this right. Lee, don't hate me if I get this wrong. So here we go. Same as turning. I'm up and I'm down. You can see I have a little stutter in one side, and I'm trying to correct, and this is tough, but the more you can try to be fluid, the better off you're going to be. It's all about smooth. You know, the key to being fast is momentum. Momentum's everything. And that should be in your training too. You do left, you do right. Gotta be smooth. Great stretch through the back, all around. Small stud at the top. And I'm going. And I am going motoing this Saturday, so hopefully this helps. All right. So that is my 5-minute workout on the rip row. I gotta tell you, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, it's awesome. Technique, fitness, you get an anaerobic burn out of it. Across the board, you heat it up, full body exercise. I love it, you guys. The more and more I learn the techniques and the different exercises I can do, the more I like this machine. Take it with you wherever you go. What I'd like to try next too is actually warming up some of my racers prior to their mountain bike races on this. Using it for about 5 to 10 minutes. I got to figure that out, how I'm going to use it for the warm-up and actually what capacity. But man, I feel good. I feel so stretched. I feel a lot of my fluids in my joints after I'm done using this machine, which is injury prevention. So, love it. Anyway, more to come. That's the rip row. Hope you guys enjoyed.